Good day from me, the other Yaku. In today's edition of Front News, we'll pay a virtual visit to Johannesburg to look at the challenges in the series about the same in municipalities in Gauteng. Unique problems with unique solutions. I'd like to welcome Franco de Lange, councillor in Johannesburg Metro. Franco, with the sights set on the coming local government elections, the VF Plus has launched a petition for infrastructure maintenance. What exactly is it and how does it offer a solution?
Jaco, thank you for the opportunity. We thought that it might be a good idea to take a petition to the people. We actually started to think that it might only be regarding potholes, but then there's a bigger problem. There's wider infrastructure issues as well. And Johannesburg is so far behind on maintenance, on roads, traffic lights, street lights, sewage, water, electricity connections, and the flow thereof. So we decided to launch this petition for the public, on behalf of the public, especially the taxpayers, because at the end of the day, those are the people that pay or should receive the services. They should receive a bang for their buck. And we decided we're going to launch this petition. It's already online on the Freedom Front website, www.freedomfrontplus.co.org, so that people can go and sign up there it's called a pothole petition. And then we're going to take it to the streets and we're going to show the people that we actually want to contribute via that. And at one stage, we will then hand over this petition to the city on behalf of the signees.
Franco, then it is a well-known fact that there is a non-payment culture in large parts of the city. What is the VF Plus's plan to eradicate this?
Thank you. Just to give a bit of background, the leafy suburbs, now I'm speaking of Midrand, Sandton, Randburg, and Roodepoort. We've got a collection rate there of over 90%. But then we've got the naughty children. That is Region G and Region D. That is the wider Lenasia, Soweto, and Orange Farm areas. There, we struggle to collect above 50%. And that is where the problem comes in, that there's been a culture of non-payment. And that also hampers the city's finances, because unfortunately, these ratepayers or non-payers are not willing to pay for their services in the city of Johannesburg.
Franco, the VF Plus has made it clear on previous occasions that the protection of rights and interests of tax-paying citizens, on the other hand, are looked after. What does this entail?
Jaco, thank you for the question. We've always stood for that taxpayers must get value for their money. So what is it? What does a taxpayer look like in a municipality? They pay their water and electricity, they pick it up in their sewage, but there's a specific component called land taxes or property taxes. Now, I call that a Robin Hood tax because ratepayers look after their own properties, they clean them, they put security systems on them, and the state do absolutely nothing to maintain that specific earth or property. Those monies currently are not being properly allocated. At the end of the day, taxpayers want value for money and bang for their buck. So what I'm trying to say is that that component of taxes must get spent in the wards, in the suburbs, and in the regions if it comes to infrastructure for roads, water, and electricity. So we will always fight for the rights of taxpayers, people that are loyal, that want to pay their municipal bills. And for us, that's a very important issue. And I think it's quite important also for listeners to support us if we try to sort this out on their behalf.
A word of thanks to my guest, Franco de Lange, councillor in the Johannesburg Metro. From me, the other Yaku, until next time, all the best.